if you are interested in what it's like to date in the military, and you are about to join the military, or you're a cadet and you don't really know what it's like right now. So there's this rule that officers and enlisted can't date. Now, the rule a lot of people seem to think that the rule applies if you are not in the same chain of command, and you get that a lot from a lot of the enlisted dudes. I know me personally, I've come across multiple enlisted dudes because there's more enlisted guys than there are officer guys. And most officer guys that are in the military are already married and have kids, or they've been with their wife since they were in college and decide to get married after he commissioned. So my options are very limited.
So I'm going to give y'all the scoop on what's going on in tech school and kind of like give y'all a heads up. Some things go down in tech school. I'm just going to give you guys this image and hopefully you can connect the dots in between. So you got 18, 19, 20, 21 year olds all in basic, all separated. So we have males over here, females over here. Literally, you'll never come within this close of a female for like 8 weeks. Ladies too, y'all gotta stand like a certain amount of distance, so we gotta keep our distance. You can't get close, you can't look at each other, you can't talk to each other. So pretty much guys, you're surrounded by men for like 8 weeks in a row. Ladies, y'all surrounded by women for 8 weeks in a row. So when you mix those two masses of people, keep in mind their ages, when you mix those people into one dormitory, into one school, into one little base, and cram them in there and don't let them outside of the base, nobody can go anywhere, that's pretty much where you can stay. What do you think is going to happen?
Because I'm put in a situation where A, there's not too many single officer dudes. B, there's not too many decent, me personally, I think there's not too many decent civilian guys around here because I am in a military town and like 80% of us are military. And then C, there's a bunch of hot enlisted dudes, but it's like, do I put myself in a situation to where I mess up my career possibly, or do I put myself in a situation to where if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it with intent that I plan on getting married? And that doesn't always necessarily work when you are trying to pursue a relationship and you're trying to date someone, because you just never know if it works out. Like, that's just how dating is.
I don't know how this is at other bases, but at Sheppard Air Force Base, it was a female floor on the bottom for the dormitories. It was a female floor, and then it was like 4 different male floors on top, because in the maintenance world, there's like a bunch of dudes and like 10% girls. But other bases like Fort Sam Houston and Lackland, that's where they train all the medical personnel and all the security forces personnel, and that's where all the girls are. So if you're like looking for girls, that's where you want to go. Like, I mean, it's not like you have a choice, but that's where you would like to be. Anyways, at Sheppard, we weren't even allowed on the other sex's floor. So females, y'all had your own key for your own floor, and like it was a locked door with a camera and all this like security set up. So there was no way that like males could be down there, or at least not without being caught. And same thing for females. Females weren't allowed up onto the male floor, so there was no crossing like that. The only way that you could actually hang out, like go on a date or like really hang out, is in the common areas, which is kind of weird. Like, why would you have a date in the common areas? And I guess if you want to go to the BX or like go outside the dorm somewhere, and once you hit ATP2, then you can go off base and you can hang out off base. Anyways, back to tech school love. So people, they get in relationships and oh man, you haven't seen a girl in 8 weeks, you haven't even touched a girl, you haven't talked to one, you haven't been able to smell one because everybody smells like balls. So you get to tech school, you know, girls, that hair starts coming out of them tight buns, you got girls wearing leggings, you got girls wearing this and that, and it's like, oh my gosh. I was at tech school during the summer, so we were at the pool. Woo!